Good morning, children. How are you today? Сәлеметсізбе, балалар? Қалдарың қалай? Здравствуйте, ребята. Как ваши дела? The theme of our lesson is Clear Ecology, Solving an Ecology Problem. Бүгінгі біздің сабақ тақырыбымыз экология. Экологиялық мәселені шешу. Тема нашего урока называется «Экология. Решать экологическую проблему». Exercise number 1. Look at the photo. What sorts of rubbish do we generate? Sort the items below into the correct categories. First, item. The second is category.
Rubbish. It really is a good idea to put rubbish into different containers if there is a recycling service in your town or city. Recycling saves energy and natural resources, and it reduces the amount of rubbish that goes into landfill. For example, all your food waste should be separated, as this can be recycled to produce electricity or fertilizer. For glass, this can be recycled many times. This saves using natural resources and energy to make new glass. There are very few things we can't recycle. Glass, paper, food, cardboard, and metal are all okay. Tetra Paks are trickier because they are made from various materials which are difficult to recycle. PET bottle recycling is complicated too. It's expensive, but possible. Clothes are in a different category because they can be reused rather than recycled. They just need to be washed and given to somewhere like a charity. And lastly, shopping bags. These are mainly made of plastic and can't be recycled. The best thing is to reuse your own bag. It's good to wash certain items, as it makes it easier for them to be recycled, and it also reduces the problem of smell. The two types of rubbish you can wash fairly easily at home are glass items, like bottles and jars, and PET bottles. It's a good idea to wash drink cans too. One way to reduce the amount of rubbish we produce is to be careful what you buy. For example, we waste a lot of food because we don't plan our meals properly, or just buy something because it looks tasty. We should cut back on the amount we buy and eat everything we do buy. It's simple, really.
Exercise number 2. Discuss the questions in pairs. Then read and listen to an expert from a Kazakhstani technological solutions company talk about recycling. Check your answers. Speaking. Discuss the questions about the situation in your town or city. How is rubbish collected in your city? Do you separate rubbish into categories, for example, glass, paper, etc.? What are the main problems for people who want to recycle rubbish? Let's watch the video.
Do Londoners recycle enough of their household waste? No, says Paul, a self-confessed recycling anorak. He's even set up a charity to encourage it. He lives in Newham, but he's a rarity in this part of London. This area has the worst recycling rate in the capital.
Newham has 40% of its housing is flats, and you can't easily recycle in flats without having some kind of recycling area. So you're building, it's in London, and we're building on every square foot. So you have to make allowances. You have to do it now while you're building new, to make sure you've got something for the future.
Next door to Paul, these flats have no recycling facilities at all. So this block of flats here, where's the recycling?
That's it, there is none. This is just the one bin which takes the recycling and the rubbish.
So this is the big problem across London?
This is the whole problem with Newham.
And across London there's a mixed picture for the amount of household rubbish the boroughs recycle. The best is Bexley, recycling 52%, followed by Bromley and Kingston. The worst are Lewisham, Westminster and Newham, where just 14.7% of household waste is recycled. There are lots of different reasons why different areas have different recycling rates. Some of them are practical and about space. For example, flats have less room for all the bins. And some of it is about communication. Some communities are less aware of recycling. And different boroughs also have different schemes for recycling. Bexley say they are now seeing a commercial value in recycling, and it now makes financial sense.
In Bexley, it's cheaper for us to recycle than it is to throw away. So if anything, we've been trying to put more efforts into getting more stuff recycled, because it costs us over £100 a tonne to send things to the waste to energy plant. When with recycled paper, we actually get paid.
Increasing recycling rates is a key ambition of the Mayor. He wants 65% of London's waste recycled by 2030. But helping the boroughs to get there will be a huge challenge. Tom Edwards, BBC London News.